Hello and welcome to a quick update for Elemental Hit, which is still farming just fine. So I had quite a few people who were following the build, and I did say I was going to make a video to show you how to craft the gear and upgrades and stuff like that, but I haven't changed any single piece of gear yet of mine, so I still have the exact same gear. Now there's a couple of reasons for that. So one is I have been crafting a couple things. I do have the money, crafted a couple things, but I just had to sell them since they're not best in slot for me, and I rather just sell them and make profit crafting rather than just rush upgrades for myself. So the other reason is I haven't really needed the upgrades, that's why I'm kind of delaying them. So currently my mapping strat, I'm farming tier 18 maps actually. So I have Stalwart Defenders and Terror Warstone, and then I have two others because I'm also doing Ritual. In case I hopefully get the lucky ritual base, but to be fair, I farmed quite a lot of ritual now and I haven't had a single Blizzard Crown or the other one, so it's still very good profit, but you know, take that into account when you start this. It's not like you're just getting a lot of them. The other thing is, so in Haywork, the options for tier 16s are not that great. You have Tower, Cells, Mineral Pools, and Chateau. So obviously Mineral Pools and Cells, you want to dodge those because they're very bad map layouts. And then you have Tower and Chateau, which is the two maps I'm ping-ponging between. So currently I have a bunch of Chateaus here, and then once I drop Towers, I will do Towers and go from there. So since we're doing tier 18 maps, I-85 and I-86 bases drop, and so for example Colossal Shields and Supreme Spike Shields, this is quite a lot of the profit. I mean, this alone has been paying back all my investment and more. Since everyone's playing Spectral Shield Throw, so these bases are selling for quite a lot, the I-86 ones that people want to craft. So the other thing is, I always run either Gilded Elder or Shaper Scarabs. I'd say they're both quite good. Elder I think is more consistent because any helm base will sell for 15 kills, whereas Shaper you're looking for those titanium shields and stuff like that. Next is just the next three Scarabs I'm just using for adding monsters to the map. So if I'm running Tower, you do want to use Polished Divination Scarabs, so it's pretty cheap. And if not, I mean, you just use Legion, Harbinger, Abyss, Breach is a good one as well, even Ambush if they're pretty cheap and you can buy them in bulk. So that's the mapping strat. So I'm going to show you quickly what a map looks like. A few points I want to mention before I do show the map showcase. So first is that other than my bow and the Headhunter, the rest of my gear is still very budget. I mean, this is stuff I just got at the start to get me going, and it's still holding on pretty well. But with that being said though, obviously it's not min-maxed. I mean, even my gems, just swapping for example Fire Pen in my current setup to LE Focus or any of the crit gems will give me like 1 or 2 mil more Shaper DPS. The issue is I don't have the int currently, which I need to craft a ring for, and you know, then you just start into having to craft your gear anyway. So there's a lot of minor upgrades I could make to get my DPS up. I mean, my DPS currently I have about 8 mil Shaper DPS, which is definitely very respectable at this stage of the league. I'm doing Awakener 9 just fine. I think I've killed them 5 or 6 times now. I'm doing my maps just fine. There's a couple of things that the DPS can fall off a bit, and I wouldn't really say fall off because I think most builds will struggle with this current budget, but that's for example tier 18, the league mechanic. Once you start getting some pillars that have some annoying mons on them, the monsters can get quite tanky if they get like block and dodge and stuff like that. So currently my strat for the league mechanic is usually I'll try and see if there's a legion nearby or a ritual or something, so I can get a couple Headhunter buffs just to then one-shot the league mechanic for expedition. But do keep in mind that any map I will always do the league mechanic, so even if I don't have Headhunter buffs I will still do it, and it's still doable. Just could take a second or two more than normal. Other than that, this is definitely not a hardcore build. As with most builds, especially this early in the league with very budget gear, you're pretty much just investing in damage, and your defenses are just second. So you have kind of low life and you're relying on dodge, which I'm not dying that often, but for the tier 18 maps I'm currently doing, at least averaging 1 death per map, I would say, if not 2, so I'm definitely not leveling in these high level maps. That's pretty much it. If you need some info on what gear you should upgrade, in case you do need upgrades or want to make upgrades and my profile doesn't have anything crafted yet, you can always check PoE Ninja and just type in LE Hit, and there's quite a few nice profiles on there, so you can always go there for inspiration. I mean, I'm currently sitting at 8 mil Shaper DPS and there's already people with like 30 mil, so you can definitely upgrade your gear quite nicely for this build. I'll leave you with the map showcase. Hope you enjoy. Any questions, let me know, and see you next time.
you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. You like a pill. And I feel you're like a pill to get my fill. No, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep. Never say you're sorry.